Hi guys, welcome to my channel once again. I am so glad that you stopped by. Now, in the spirit of Christmas, I thought, you know what, let me bring something festive, something Christmassy. And what is more Christmassy than food? Honestly, let's talk about this. If you think about Christmas, what do you think about? I think family and I think food, and not just food, really good food. So in the spirit of this Christmas, I thought to share with you guys a very special recipe for me. This is a recipe that we love having with my family, and this is a honey glazed gammon recipe. It is simple, guys. This is a very simple recipe. Even somebody who cannot cook, if you follow these instructions, I swear you would be able to do it. It's succulent, it's juicy, it's sticky, you want to try this one. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into this cooking show. Let's get ourselves all ready to get festive. All right. All right, guys, here we go. This is the gammon that I got. I got a maple flavored gammon. This is actually the first time I try a maple flavored gammon. So to begin with, this is what we're going to be doing. We're just going to unwrap the gammon, tear off all the packaging so that we can start to cook it. This particular gammon is not cooked, so it's very easy. We're just gonna boil it in the in a pan pot for 30 minutes, and nothing needs to really be added. Most of these are salted, but what you can do is check your packaging. I mean, as I said, this is the first time I'm trying the maple flavored one, so I would say check your packaging to see whether you have a salted one. As you can see here, this is uncooked. I got it from Checkers, and for 1.3 kgs this was around 131 rent, so not too bad. And I think you should be able to feed a family of or 6 if everybody takes a slice. I wasn't cooking this for a family. I just wanted to do a quick recipe, so I took the smallest piece I could possibly find. Obviously, for a big family, you're gonna have to get something much bigger. All right. So I'm just filling up the pot here with water, and I'm just gonna put it on the stove for 30 minutes, actually 30 minutes. Cover it and just bring it to a boil, and soon after it 30 minutes hits, put it to the side, take it out and let it cool down. And while it's cooling down, what we can do is start preparing the glaze that we're going to glaze our gammon with, and these are the ingredients you're going to be needing. Unfortunately, this here is a pineapple pieces can, but I want you guys to get pineapple rings. Get red cherries. All these need to be tinned because the syrup is very important for our recipe here. I'm going to be using that syrup to make the actual glazing. The pineapples and the cherries are just for decoration. I'm going to use some mustard, ginger, and some cinnamon. I'll put all the measurements in the description box for you. And here we have some sugar that we need. I'm using brown sugar. It's not really fussy. You can use white sugar, but I prefer brown. And you are also going to need some toothpicks. The toothpicks are to just decorate with the pineapple and the cherries. All right, okay guys, so now what we're going to do is once your gammon has cooled down, you can start decorating it. So that open up your cans of the pineapple rings and the cherries, and have your toothpicks ready. You can now take the gammon and start decorating it. We're gonna make it pretty, we're gonna make it festive, we're gonna make it, yes, look delicious. That's all we're doing here. Doesn't really do much, it just makes it look beautiful. So all you do is you take the pineapple ring, you take the cherry, and you use the toothpick to hold everything together. Just go around your gammon and keep repeating the same process, and yeah, after you've covered most of your gammon, you should be done. I didn't need much because, as I said, I'm using a very small piece of gammon, so this only took what, 3 pieces of the pineapple rings for me. Because mine was small, I cut some of them in half. By the way, sometimes you will get unpitted cherries, so all you need to do is just make sure you take out the pit from in between your cherries, alright? If yours happen to be unpitted. There we go, this is how it looks like. I think I need an extra one there just to finish up the look, and I'm happy with that. I think this is looking good. Before we even get anywhere, we haven't really done anything. This is just a parboiled gammon in water. We let it cool for a bit, and all we did is just dress it up. This is all we've done. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this baby, because we boiled it, we now just want to start the grilling process. We're going to put it in the oven for 30 minutes now. We're going to put it in the oven for 30 minutes. What's going to happen is the pineapple and cherries are going to grill a bit. It's going to grill a bit. The fat is going to start to just reduce a bit, and we're going to get the juices flowing here. So put it in the oven for 30 minutes. All right. Good. While you have your gammon in the oven, let's take the syrup from the pineapple rings and the syrup from the cherries, and let's create the glaze for our little baby. We're gonna take these two, combine them in a saucepan or a pot or whatever you want to use, and you're gonna now take your mustard and you're gonna put 2 teaspoons of the mustard. I'm using the Dijon mustard because I like the grains. I think they give the recipe a bit of texture, a bit, even visually it looks much good. This part doesn't look too good, but trust me, the end result is gonna be amazing. Put it in there. Take your ginger. I like ginger, so I put in 3/4 of a teaspoon. Cinnamon, same thing, 3/4 of a teaspoon. I might have added an extra pinch there, but that's because I don't believe food is something that you necessarily need to be fussy about. You know, you can't go too wrong most of the time. And with the sugar, I would say use 3/4 of a cup. It might sound like a lot, but what we're trying to do here is make a sticky, very sticky glaze. Some people use honey, but I'm making this as cost effective as possible because at the end of the day, we want this to be sticky, we want this to be sweet, we want this to be, yes, succulent. But you can actually use sugar. If sugar is reduced long enough in heat, it will it will get sticky like honey. So I put in a bit of extra sugar, and now all I'm doing is I'm reducing this in on the stove. So I'm stirring this at a highest temperature because I want this to start boiling. And once it starts boiling, this is how it's gonna look like. Let it boil, and eventually this is going to reduce all the water from the syrup is going to reduce, and this is now how it's going to look like. This will be more sticky, this will be less runny, and you can even the texture changes. All right, this is when you know you are winning. We have created our glaze. That was simple. That could have been done by anybody, whether you know how to cook or not. Now, after 30 minutes, take out your baby and let's start glazing her. The word glaze may sound like extravagant, but honestly, all we're doing is we're pouring that glaze we created over this gammon. We're just trying to cover every single edge. I made a bit extra because I want to keep going back and pouring this over and over. Pour it all over. So don't try to be sparing because you want every single area to be covered. And you're gonna return and put this in the oven again for another 30 minutes. This is the final 30 minutes. If you've done and covered this well enough, this should be the last stretch of the job for you. Put this in the oven for 30 more minutes and voila, you will have your amazing gammon ready for the family to feast on very soon. All right. Now I had a little helper here. He happened to just come and open the oven for me because hey, they say teach them while they are young. And look at that. This is how it's looking right now. He is ready to feast, as you can see. Now I've popped it out of the oven. All I'm doing is taking the juices. You see, they've now reduced, and look at that glaze. It's even thicker now that the heat from the oven has reduced the sugar even more. All right, so it's getting thicker. I'm just covering it again because it dried up in the oven. I want to cover it so that it looks juicy. It tastes juicy, and the sweetness is all over it again. I'm gonna serve it. I'm not gonna put it in the oven again after this. I'm just covering it with the glaze for the last time before I dress it and present it. The person I'm presenting it tonight is my son. For you, I hope you're gonna be preparing this for your family. I hope that you're gonna be preparing it for some guests. You know what? These recipes don't necessarily have to be eaten at festive occasions. You can do this over dinner. You can have guests over, and this could be what you're serving them. This could be what you decide to have on your menu for that night. Very easy recipe. And when your guests have it put in front of them, because remember, presentation is the key. You need to blow them away. And here we go. Look at that. All I did is I took some leaves from a packet of mixed lettuce that you just buy at Checkers, put it on a white serving plate, and took the leftover cherries, sprinkled them on the side, and I put my baby in the middle. Looks beautiful. Honestly, I didn't do much, but look at that. I think this is worthy of a meal. I think this screams festivities. This screams hosting. This screams ready to eat. It's juicy. It's appealing to the eye. And when you cut it, it says yes to you because the knife is going right through it. Your mouth should be, if your mouth is not watering right now, I think there's something wrong with you. Because my mouth is watering just looking at those cuts. Look at that, look at that. It's cutting right through. So there you have it, guys. I hope yours tastes and looks just as good, if not better. Enjoy it. Joy to the world. I hope that you will try this recipe. The gammon was amazing. I know I'm going to be enjoying it, and I would love for you to also try it. Try it out and write me a comment. Put something in the comment section. Let me know how it went for you. Did you have any did you have any hiccups, or did you add in an extra little, you know, ingredient that I may have missed that made yours even better? Remember, this is a channel where we are sharing ideas. I'm not saying that I have all the solutions. I'm going to tell you what I could have done better. And I hope you can tell me what you think I can do to do better, well, with my recipes. So guys, go ahead, try this recipe, and who knows, this might just become your new tradition, this gammon recipe. Now guys, it's the end of the year. I hope you have an amazing Christmas. I hope you enjoy the festivities. I hope you enjoy the time with the loved ones. But most importantly, please just be safe. Keep it safe. Be responsible, because I would love to see you in 2020. I would love for us to carry on this journey together in 2020. From me, have a beautiful, merry, lovely, family-filled Christmas and a happy New Year. See you guys in 2020. Until then,